Today I had the return of an old client of mine who used to see me for platinum blonding, and she's been getting it done somewhere else, and they've kind of messed up her hair a little bit, so she wants me to fix it. One thing I'm dealing with today is, amongst all the breakage and stuff, is this purple streak here. I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's toner. It could also be purple shampoo and the overuse there. But there's that. And then there's also her really, really strong root shadow that has stained a brown, orange, copper color underneath her hair. So those are two areas that I'm going to tackle today, along with getting her entirely blonded up with a new foiling pattern. So today I'm going to skip over the foiling pattern because I did that entirely on a live stream, and for many of my regular viewers, you guys have seen me foil for hours and hours and hours on so many of my other videos. Essentially, my foiling pattern isn't what mattered here. What did matter is that I only touched up her virgin root and any lowlights that I came across. I didn't go over any previous blonding if I could help it as much as possible. What I'm doing with her previous blonding here is I'm using a color remover, and I'm using the Schwarzkopf Bond Enforcing Color Remover and 10 volume with their Royal Developer mixed in. And I am going along anywhere where there was that previous root shadowing downward. And I'm trying to remove any purple shampoo buildup, any old toner buildup, any root shadows. And this is why I'm not really a fan of doing a dark root shadow. It looks like her previous root shadow was done at like a level 5-6 to blend in with her natural hair, which is like a level 2-3. But I don't like that because that means over time you're going to have to re-brighten over that stuff that's been lifted to whatever all of her other highlights have been lifted to, and then darken down, and you have to lighten over that again, and that's so incredibly damaging. She had so much breakage in her hair when she showed up in my chair today that I didn't want to risk lightening over those pieces with full strength developer and lightener. So I decided to just highlight her roots and any lowlights, wash that out, and then go over everything that was through those mids and ends because she had such high density of lightening. I'm not going to be able to pick out any of her lowlights, the tiny strands that are there. There's just so much that's been done to her hair, guys. I'm just doing my best here to get her on a new foiling pattern with me, brighten her up, keep her light, get rid of the banding. And this was something that I knew at the beginning of the service. I told her, I was like, hey, this is going to be a multiple appointment thing. We're going to just try to get you better today, and each appointment will be better and better and better, but we're not going to get you to your best today. So luckily she understood that, and it made a lot of sense. But essentially this color remover really pulled out all of that old toner, all of that old purple shampooing. And something that it did, I'll show you the results with that later. And again, this is a short video. This is just me going over what I did today. I'm not going to go into super big depth of why I foiled the way I foiled or anything like that. Because again, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you know how I foil and why I do what I do. And there's like literally a million videos I've posted of taking someone's really dark hair to light. You could see any of that anywhere else on my channel. Today is more so about the natural consequences of doing, I don't want to say consequences, but like the natural process of doing a color correction bit by bit. Not all color corrections are safe to do all at once, especially because she didn't want to do like a solid platinum. We wanted to keep her a little bit more budget friendly and just do it bit at a time and just improve her results every single time. And she's totally okay with that, especially because her problem areas are under the surface and they're easily hidden. She had no problem with dealing with those as they come with each appointment. So this is what it looks like with it processing. You can tell it's immediately lifting out that old overly purple shampooed hair where it was like kind of dark and ashy and dusty looking, and now it's being matched up to that bright new lift of her roots again. I'm very excited to see that because it means that my toning process won't be super hard today. And then this is what it looked like after it had fully processed and I washed it out. She is so much brighter than she was before. I'm very happy with this result. This means that we have a lot of potential toners ahead of us, and we don't have to match to the darkness that her ends and mids were at because there was just color patching everywhere. So let's go over my root shadow and my blonde toner formula. My root shadow today, we wanted to keep on a cool tone because she's into the ashier tones, and we wanted something that is cool tone so it has that depth to it that works well with a dark root, even though we're not going dark with our toner, because you can see it's a level 8. we're using equal parts of 742 and 942 to make essentially an 842. And a 4-2 is a beige ash. And then we're mixing in an 811, and we're mixing 2 parts of that, so double. And 811 is a cendre, which is like a pale blue periwinkle color, and a little bit of 80. And the 80 is just there to provide some balance and some fill to the hair so that we don't have a greeny or bluey looking root touch up. She still has root shadow, she still has a little bit of that warmth in her roots anyways because of the natural pigments that she has in her hair when it lifts to blonde, but the 80 is just there to balance it. And now for the blonde toner, what I used was Schwarzkopf Blonde Me Ice Irisé. I used the full tube of that, and I used 2 grams of strawberry in the Blonde Me toner, and I used 7 volume. And I put that pink in there because she did have that pinky strip in her hair and a couple of big patches of something that had like a little bit of a pinky tone to it. So I figured let's work with the pink rather than against it. I'd rather have the hair have a pearly result than a greeny result because we don't want that. So this is what it looked like when I had just put in her root shadow, but I hadn't put in the blonde toner. I don't have footage of the blonde toner today, but it's fine. Y'all know what that looks like. So I'm going to show you bits and pieces of what her hair looked like before. So here's her before. Again, not my work. Her hard roots that had needed to be retouched up and the rest of the hair. Here is the after, blow dried and unstyled. Just wanted to show you guys a clear comparison of what she had before and after. Here is the purple streak before and how kind of dark her blonde was getting from overtoning. And then here is the after. Now the purple streak is still there because I didn't actively go after it, but I feel like the color remover helped to lighten it up a bit. The plan is to gradually go over that one bit by bit, appointment by appointment, because it is a fairly large chunk of the hair that has purple in there, and I don't want to risk snapping it all off at once. Let's do teeny tiny foils bit by bit. Then the stained root shadow. Now stay with me, guys. It's darker here and it's hard to see in the video right here, but it is so dark and orange. And when we lifted it, we still have that bright orange tone. Now what I wanted to do is because she had so much foiling done underneath and so much breakage, I wanted to mitigate that as much as possible. So I just put in a few foils underneath. I spaced them out a little bit. And the plan is for me to go in with each appointment and lighten up any areas that were previously orange and leave out the areas that I had previously foiled because they're at a perfect level now, and let those grow out to be her new low lights. And everything that's low lit down there and dark and orange, I will highlight over time to work that out of her hair. This is what her hair looks like styled in the chair, and I'm also going to show you her hair in indirect natural light. So bright, so beautiful. You can still see a little bit of that pearly pink up on the top right area over there, but I think that that's fine. Again, this is a correctional service. This isn't a perfection service. We had a lot of stuff, you know, sitting down into the chair to work on, and we want to be as safe as possible with this. And so I feel like this was a pretty good service to do today for her, you know, working with her budget and with what her hair could handle. And I'm pretty proud of the results overall. What do you guys think? Let me know. I know this was a short video today, but I feel like we just wanted to get to the bare bones here. Let me know what you think, and remember to like and subscribe as it really supports the channel. Thank you so much, you guys. Stick around for more YouTube tutorials from me, and yeah, love you. Have a great night.